Hello, friends. It is I, the G-Man. Hi, everybody. Welcome to West Coast Avengers Manga Quest 2024. I kept thinking it was 2025, but it's not. Clearly, we're still in 2024. Hi, everybody. See those fucking bags under my eyes? This is what happens when you only sleep, I don't know, maybe 3 hours plus like an hour nap. Jet lag is a bitch. All right, well, friends, we're back. It is the hall of all halls. I can't even show you because it's all just surrounding me. Let's say hello to some friends. Speaking of friends, we have Derek Neiman in the house. Oh yeah, here we go, brother. Hello, Tyler, Mr. Tyler Davis. Yeah, I know. Being back in the United States is weird. Let's Mandarake. Oh yeah, lots of Mandarake. What up, Hooch? You're shut up. What up, Johnson? Party time. Excellent. Yeah. Who's bigger in Japan, Dave or Godzilla? Lucky for everybody, it's Godzilla, not me. Man, I have so much stuff to show you guys tonight. What's up, Adrian? Mr. Dracula. Hey, there he is, the trip. Power. What's up, Jay? Julian's in the house. Rob's in the house. I actually didn't get a single Dragon Ball piece, I don't think. I feel like I didn't see any Toriyama stuff that I haven't seen in the States. I got married. Here's my ring. It's my Jason X Gachapon ring. I got married to Jason from the future, the 10th Jason. What's up, Jed? So yeah, I'm back. I got back Monday afternoon. Monday morning, but I left Monday afternoon. Time is a flat circle. I'm gonna eat a giant Pocky because I bought a box of giant Pocky thinking they were a box of multiple boxes of Pocky. Oh yeah, no, I went Super Saiyan stuff. Oi, I'm Alan Moore. I'm gonna stick this Pocky in my butt. That's exactly what Alan Moore says. So tonight's gonna might be a longer show until I fall asleep on air. I think I brought about 300 pounds of books home. Sean still has to ship my art, and the poster tube shipped today, but I got most of the books from him already. Which is crazy because he sent them to me on Monday, and they arrived yesterday. DHL is magic. Speaking of Alan Moore, it's black magic, DHL. Speaking of other David, hello, David. Still only 35 cents in the house. So, before we get started, new video on Sunday. Season 2 of Direct Edition is over. If you're not subscribed, you're not listening to my podcast, I can tell you this. Without your support, season 4 doesn't happen, but season 3 definitely happens. You can find the YouTube link in below. You can go to westcoastavengers.com and subscribe. Listen to the podcast because otherwise there's no point in me doing it. And finally, don't forget to hit up japanbookhunter.com for all your Japanese book needs. Let's get this top-down view going. All right, this is all I brought back. So I've got the, apparently they did a Pepsi thing for all 3 prequels where there were Pepsi toppers in Japan. We never got these. You've got regular Jar Jar. And you've got Senator Jar Jar. And Alf, an original Alf keychain, 1988. And that's all I brought back from Japan. Good night. Just kidding. So here's the deal. A lot of this stuff's going to be for sale. I don't have any prices yet or anything, but I figured I'd show the haul off so you guys could see all the fun stuff and all maybe the unfun stuff. So why don't we start with this box that Sean shipped me and I got yesterday. because, god damn it, there's so many books. So this is the Spider-Man, the Ryuichi Kagami series, which I've never read. I've never owned it. But the reason why I wanted this specific one, I actually bought. No, I paid more for it. The reason why I wanted this set from Sean, the OB strips have Eric Larson Spider-Man, which is pretty cool. You know, like, it has nothing to do with Eric Larson Spider-Man, has nothing to do really with any Marvel Spider-Man. But this, here's the 2 books. I know the other 3 are in here. All right, so one of the last things I was able to get were some of these Popeye magazines, which I have been looking for. Now, this one, I don't know if I'm going to be able to open all this stuff because it's all like taped. But let me see if I can gently get this open. Definitely wasn't gentle, but I think this one holds a little Tomb of Dracula secret in it. Let's take a look here. Ugh. These Popeye magazines aren't cheap because this is from the 70s and 1978 to be exact. But I was doing a little research on this, and supposedly there was some like Tomb of Dracula stuff in here. I was trying to find the Popeye magazines with the Marvel goodies, but it's going to take a little more than. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So there's some stuff on some 70s horror mags and whatnot in here. Swamp Thing, little Bernie Wrightson representation. This is apparently the first Star Wars in Japan. I don't know if it's a comic or if it's just an article, but what a killer cover. And then there's this, which is the famous Popeye magazine. I ended up getting a second copy of this. This is the one that has Otomo doing a Black Panther pinup, and then there's, I think, some Tezuka Marvel stuff in here. It's Japanese mangaka and their take on whatchamacallit, on Marvel. Is there a translation app that uses a camera phone? For the phone, you can use Google, but I don't really care. I'm not like trying to read this stuff. I'm trying to, look at the art. But yeah, you can use Google Lens. I picked up a lot of X-Men. The Shoga, I can't even say it. Shogakukin, but this is Jim Lee X-Men translated into Japanese. The Otomo one, yeah, that's the Otomo one, Rob. That's the one that Ed and Jim showed off on the channel. It was like 3-4 years ago almost. Google Gemini will translate. Okay. I did learn to read buying Playboys. I still haven't learned to read in anything, in any language. So Japanese movie programs are a big thing. And I really took advantage of buying as many as I could. This is Everything Everywhere All at Once. We don't have movie programs in this stupid country anymore, but Japan knows what they're doing. And they're still doing movie programs. Ooh, I didn't even get to open this yet. Like, this centerfold's really cool. I haven't seen oh fuck yeah, this movie's amazing. Deservingly won the Academy Awards that it did because it was amazing. So there's that program. And then what do we have? Which program is here? Oh yeah, one of my more recent favorite horror movies. No, let me get this out of the way here. Nope. The movie program for that. The other thing is like, these are, I mean, if you're into going to some of the cons that have celebrities, movie programs, the Japanese movie programs are great for getting signed. If I still collected autographs, I'd be getting all that shit signed. So this is X-Men Volume 1 of the Jimothy Lee. Ooh, got a little OB in there. Didn't even realize it. I mean, the programs are kind of everywhere. Half the best Jan Svankmajer stuff I found over the last. I don't know who that is, Kasser, but I believe you. No, I mean, the programs are everywhere. Poster stores, Mandarake, bookstores. Movie programs are abundant. Finding them in really good shape are hard, and finding the new ones are harder. than some of the old ones. You're going to see a flip-through video, a full flip-through video of this on my channel probably next month. Me and Sean did a full top-down view of this, which is the best of Venom, which includes Amazing Spider-Man 300, Amazing Spider-Man 375, the Wolverine, Venom, Marvel Comics Presents Sam Keith, and like I said, Amazing Spider-Man 375, which comes after this, Mark Bagley goodness, and then the Venom Christmas special. They did this for the release of Venom 3. These are really cool books. And then look at that. The inside front cover under the dust jacket. Yeah, I got a bunch of these, so we'll be selling those for sure. I will love. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a look on the Googles. And but yeah, I'm always down to discover new people I don't know. I bought a lot of Dengeki Comics, which is this, where Spawn was published in Japan. Lots of them. Probably amassed 20, 30 issues while I was there. So a lot of those will be for sale. I may keep one or two, but I'm going to be flipping through all this stuff before I sell it so that I get a good, nice kind of take it in. Big Nasty in the house. What's up, brother? All right. So this, I don't know what it is. I clearly Return of the Jedi magazine. I do not think this is a movie program. I think this might be something that came out when the movie came out. You can see it says pinups here. So there's going to be a lot of photos. I try not to buy any books that are like predominantly text because I cannot read Japanese. But still, the design of this stuff is always going to be better. It just is. I don't know. It just is. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah. I'm not sleeping so well, but that's to be expected. The jet lag will hit you no matter who you are. Here's a one-page little flyer for Alien. You can see it's got some creases on it, but I thought it would be cool to just get some movie stuff. Is great. Now, I want to say big thanks to Aki and Agi, for telling me about the Brutus the Brutus issue from 2002, the 9/11 issue. As you can see, there's the John Romita cover on there. Aki worked on this. I think he said he helped translate some of this stuff into for this magazine. So I was only able to find one copy, but once again, I'll take a look through it, and then it will most likely be moved on to one of you fine people next week when I do my first sale, which will probably be a 2-day. I'll probably do Wednesday and Thursday, but to be determined. Tokyo Comic Con, here's just the program. Tokyo Comic Con was a lot of fun. You'll see a full episode of that, and you'll see what I got from the artists there, including Peach. Some of the Peach stuff is here, and some of it still has to ship from Japan. Here's the other Brutus one that I picked up. I picked up a couple of different Brutus magazines. This one is, I think, Avengers vs. Attack on Titan, which apparently was published here, but to have this original magazine, once again, not something I think I'll keep, but I definitely want to look through it before I sell it. Oh, dude, I made a list, Tyler. Oh, what's up, Joshy? I made a list, Tyler, of the amount of videos that I think I've got from this trip, and I think it's 9, maybe 10 videos. So the only thing that's going to interrupt the Japan stuff will probably be the OAX video, because by the time I'm finished rolling out the Japan stuff, OAX will have come and gone. So I want to at least have that come out the weekend after I attend OAX. So Rich, I brought one check-in suitcase. I brought my backpack and a roll-on or a carry-on, because you're allowed 2 carry-ons. I came back with 3 check suitcases, the roller and the backpack. Everything was pretty much filled with books. And then Sean already shipped me 4 boxes of books from Japan. I have another 2 or 3 coming. Hell yeah. Yes, it is. It is, Tyler. The first episode everybody's going to see is the Japan Comic Art Expo, which should be coming out this weekend. And a pre-OAX video. That's me talking about how I have no money left. Yes, common content pre-gasm, exactly. Shopping in Japan is so much fun. Yeah, exactly. What I did was I just took my clothes and kind of padded the suitcases and wrapped the books around them, because I wanted to make sure things didn't, get fucked up. All right. And to end this box, what do we got here? We've got We got some Craven ads, which I didn't realize that this was a limited edition book. What they call a book is just a flyer. But they're pushing Craven big time there. This super catalog of WWF stuff from clearly the late 90s. I just grabbed it on the cover, but you can see all the Raw era wrestlers in here and all this stuff. I didn't pick up too much wrestling stuff just because I gotta focus. Here's just some stuff from Tokyo Comic Con, just flyers. How was my upgraded plane ticket experience? I did premium. No, I did premium going and premium plus. Like on the way back, I did the one right below first class, and it was totally worth it. It's always worth it to upgrade your ticket as long as you're not, like I wasn't upgrading to first class. It was $3,000 on the way back, but the upgrade to premium plus or whatever was only $300 or something. So worth it. All right. Let's show this off. So besides comics, manga, one of my big focuses, as you guys know from all the videos I posted and pictures, was getting Godzilla stuff because you can get it there. It's bountiful. And there's stuff that doesn't exist anywhere else, including this, the hoodie that I'm wearing, the -1 hoodie. You can see it. Godzilla -1, the Record of G1. This is basically like the coolest making of book box set I've ever seen. Comes with -1 poster. And it's all in Japanese, but it's a lot to look at. This book is storyboards, like the entire storyboarded sequencing of the movie. I don't care about reading the dialogue, but it's cool to see the little storyboard art. And then the main book comes in this beautiful slipcase. And they already went on record when they released this book last year or whatever, that this is never going to be printed in any other language. So you can only get it in Japanese, but it is a complete, tome of the making of the movie with schematics, location shots, more storyboard stuff, previs effects. There's a lot of on-set video, photos. So this is just something for me to flip through every once in a while, but more or less, I just wanted to own it. And I am a huge fan of this movie. It was my favorite movie of 2023, and one of my favorite movies, I would say, in the last 10 to 15, maybe even all time. I was gonna buy a second one, but unfortunately, just for one book, let alone having 2 copies. But when I go back next year, if I find another one, I'll bring another one home. That way somebody else can get one. All right. Let's grab one of the bags. Yes, it was a masterpiece, Tyler. Here we go. Here's some stuff not in the bag. If you're a fan of kayfabe, if you're in the know, you're going to want to know what this book is, and you're going to want to try and find one eventually. This is Kaze Shinobu, the strongest man on the planet. Ryu, the strongest man on the planet. This is the book where the dude punches a hole and splits the earth in 2. This thing is a fucking gorgeous book. It's the only problem with this is like everything's sealed, but this one I can just tear right open anyway. I mean, the art in this is just absolutely fantastic. And, Ed, when Ed showed this off on the channel, look at this fucking thing. When Ed showed this thing on the channel, like, people fell in love with it, and everybody's been trying to get copies of it. It's not terribly expensive, but it's not easy to find, so that, you get a premium on it. But this book's wild. I've had a copy for a bit that I got from Sean, but I'm kind of stacking these for reasons. Kaze Shinobu's Ryu, the strongest man on the planet. Kaze Shinobu. Yes, this is the full story, Dan. That's the don't have any of the other versions besides this. Yeah, Kaze Shinobu, Kazeshinobu. Kaze Shinobu. Akira, this is the basically the film set. So it's the entire animated movie in stills, and the whole movie, 5 volumes. So you guys have probably seen me at sales sell issue number 1 of these. Well, now I have the whole set. Yeah, dude, it's Tyler. It's amazing. I picked this up. It's a Mega Man hardcover. I don't know where this falls into how, like the age. Like, I don't know where this starts. If this is early or this is something that came out like after the first manga or the first video game or whatever. But I was trying to pick up stuff that I was familiar with, whether it's manga, whether it's American stuff, whether it's movie stuff. I just figure if I'm familiar with it, then that's a good place to start, especially because it's all in Japanese, all right, let's grab a bag here. Dude, Mega Man was classic. All right, we've got a cool Godzilla book here. It's got to be after Mega Man 3 because he's sliding. Oh, there you go. Yeah, like Sam, it's been a long time since I played, so I don't remember when they like those things, those new features came into the game. I mostly remember Dr. Wily because he's he's Albert Einstein. So I think this is Godzilla in 1989 or maybe 85, but it's like the movie book in stills, some cool vehicle designs. A lot of these books some of these books can be boring, but I was trying to find stuff that didn't have only text, but this one was more. But check out this concept art in the background, in the back of the book. Be interesting to see who worked on these movies and who did some of those that concept art. An Ultraman book I just picked up because it was a cool fucking cover. I don't remember. I actually, Sean was with me when I bought this, so we probably talked about it because I was asking Sean pretty much anything that I didn't know. But I have a good eye for things. Obviously, you guys watch my shows, you buy comics from me, and there's some stuff that I buy just on site. This was a no-brainer. Star Wars Dark Empire number 1 and 2, the box set in Japanese. Come on. How could I not buy this? It's some of the greatest Dark Horse Star Wars stuff ever published. So, but this will give you guys a good idea of what's going to be for sale the next couple weeks. Let's grab this thing. I'm a slut for concept art. Yeah. Oh, dude. Well, concept art for Star Wars is almost unfair because Ralph McQuarrie, is the granddaddy of it, and his art is beautiful. All right, what do we got here? Oh, I picked this magazine out because this is Noriyoshi Arai, and I knew I know his art, and everybody should be familiar with his art. He did some of the most beautifully painted movie posters of all time, including Empire Strikes Back. And so I saw this cover, and I was like, oh, that looks like, Arai. And then I looked at the bottom here, and of course, there's his name right there. And what was cool about it is, I said to Sean, I'm like, do you know what this magazine is? And he's like, no, but we knew who the cover artist was. And then when I opened it up, there was a poster inside. The poster is a giant poster of this image. So, I had to buy it. I have only one book of Orai's that I bought from Sean, but it's his poster art. And, if you've never looked at his art like purposefully, just Google his name and you will see some very familiar images. And then you'll just see beautiful art, lots of ships, warships, crazy like scenery, just an absolute monster with his paintings. So this book is a lot of text. This is pretty cool. But you're getting some really cool imagery in here. I'd probably keep this. This is something that I think would be fun to maybe flip through on the channel, or maybe do a collection of different magazines that I picked up in Japan on the channel. I don't know what this is. I mean, I know what it is on the cover, but I just kind of grabbed it because you got the John Romita Jr. Spidey. Whoa. Yeah, like, yeah, there you go. It's the 9/11 issue. Maybe this is just a different. No, it's just a cool Marvel thing with a lot of different art from that early 2000s era. Character encyclopedia, movie posters. Yeah, I just thought it would be cool to grab stuff that popped in my brain and in my eyes. What's up, Edison? How you doing, brother? Enjoyed the last couple of commissions you posted. Been beautiful, dude. All right, so I did go a little crazy with the movie programs. I'm going to keep a couple, but I picked some of my favorite movies. Desperado, come on. Classic Robert Rodriguez. John Woo. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Hard Target. Kate Beckinsale. Underworld. Original Die Hard. Come on, how can I just look at this and be like, no, I don't want this. Sin City. Little foil cover too. Commando. Let off some steam, Bennett. Jaws 2. But what's cooler is the back art. This is one of those, I think this was the Japanese poster for Jaws 2. I'm sorry, but why did America think that this was cooler than this beautiful painting with just a sunset and a shark's fin? Japan is better. Hard Target is underrated and awesome. He punches a fucking snake. That's right. See, we all have kind of like the same movie taste, especially like those of us in our, late 30s or 40s. Candyman. I picked this. I think this is one of the television magazines. It's not Telebikun, but it's one of them. There's turtles on it, so I figured I'll open it up, flip through it, and then probably sell it. Let's take a look. I mean, the weekly mags and the monthly mags, all that stuff just really tough to find. And finding it in good conditions, even harder. Oh, wow, there's just a lot of stuff going on in this thing, isn't there? And there's inserts, there's figure catalogs for turtles. There's cardstock, fucking little Ultraman puppet. Damn, this is like, imagine as a kid, this was the magazine, Kamen Rider. Come on, look at this. This is a kid's magazine, and we get highlights. Oh, cool, a fucking puzzle. You go to the doctor's office, and your mom hands you a highlights magazine, and you could have had this, and you're like, Mom, this is a fucking puzzle. We got some Wario. Damn, this magazine's just stacked. So there's that. Yeah, it's like a party in every magazine. Another one, and I picked this up just on the strength that there was, there's Pikachu on the cover. There's Jimmy the Pokemon guy, whatever is fucking Ash, and then Mario's down there. So yeah, this was all one haul, one store. Oh wait, I already did that. Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure that these piles don't get mixed up with stuff that I haven't shown. Is Trip here? I wonder if Trip's still here. I probably should have got one of these for you, but I did get some other version of it. So there's a Marvel store. There's a couple of Jimmy the Pokemon guys. There's a Small Planet does these Marvel stores, and they were doing I think there's 4 different pages / scenes from Marvel books that they turn into T-shirts. And I was like, how could I look at this and be like, no, I don't want this. Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos and Cap. The cool thing is each one of these shirts, they also did a poster. So I will be having a entire slew of posters available from that line. Let's see what we got here. All right, here's just a giant stack. What's up, Ray? Thank you, brother. So I think this is Rocket Man. No relation to the Elton John song. I just bought it because I thought it looked cool. And it does. I haven't opened it yet, but it's a box set. I think it's a reprint of the 50s, 1959 manga, which is clearly influenced by Superman. This is like a guide to the Marvel movies and stuff. I took a look at it. It's pretty cool. It's not the coolest thing in the world. This Godzilla book, which covers 84 through 95. I mean, the strength of that cover, that's all I needed. That's all I needed to buy this, was just this cover. It looks like there's definitely some color pages in here. So there's probably a lot of photos and stuff. I did buy a couple of copies of Otomo's heavy piece, short piece. I think heavy piece is like a Neil Young book, Waging Heavy Peace. But this one has the obi, so I was like, okay, that one's for me. Yeah, Edison, this thing is beautiful. Super Mario manga theater. Can't pass up a chance to get some old school Mario. This looks like from the era of maybe Super Mario 2, 3, 2, Super Mario World. I don't know. Street Fighter manga. Very familiar image here. I know. I think they used this on an American comic, the Akuma at least. But it's got the obi on it. Like, you can't go wrong with some Street Fighter. Street Fighter 2. Let's take a look at it. We can get it open without too much of a fuss. I mean, it's like all cool that they protect them in plastic, but also as an American, or even not as an American, if you don't know what's in the book, like, you got to just take a chance on buying it. It's kind of what Brian Moss instilled in me. It's just like, you got to take that chance. There was one thing that I showed him a picture of after I saw it, and I didn't buy it. And then I went back to get it. It was the only thing that I went back to get that was gone. And it was there he is. Everything else that I had walked away from and came back from because I knew it wasn't going to be found was still there. I didn't really get it. It's very hard to find high-end vintage manga. Sean's the one who I bought stuff from, so I did buy some stuff from him. But you can't find that stuff. And if you do, it's crazy money. I mean, just trying to even I saw was a First Death Note, which isn't that vintage, and he's 20 years old. I don't know. It was like $500. Some more Spawn Dengeki comics, and then we go to the Marvel X stuff, which is like, it reprints stuff from the 90s. I mean, this was put out in the 90s, I believe, or the early 2000s. But there you go. There's Rob Liefeld's Mission Impossible comic that's reprinted in this, along with Infinity Gauntlet number, was that 4? Spawn, more Spawn, the Spawn figure collection, see Todd by Todd. This Princess Mononoke book, which I just bought because I love Mononoke. But I think Sean told me that he's like, this is a cool book, when I picked it off the shelf. Because I was just grabbing stuff off the shelf and being like, man, Boy in the Blue Heron, or I think it's called Boy in the Blue Heron. Switch Magazine did a whole issue on it. So, can't walk away from some possibly really quality Miyazaki. Which one? This one? Yeah, the Mononoke. Oh, hey, Kathleen. It was great meeting you. Kathleen Illustrated. I met her and Gus, her partner, at at a bar, a pizza restaurant, and we were the only people in there, and we're all Americans. And then there was an earthquake. It's a very cool moment. This I had to pick this up. This is a 1977 Star Wars magazine. I have no clue what's in it. Or 78. I have no clue what's in it. And I just bought a lot of, oh yeah. So you want to know something funny, Tyler? Mark Silvestri. This is from Image X Month. I have a page from this, an original page. Hello. Yeah, the earthquake. That was some painful stuff. I think I bought some other science fiction magazines, but I can honestly not remember because I bought so much stuff. Literally 300 pounds of books. Yeah, this is Silvestri, Tyler. Image X Month, where all the image creators swap books. Ooh, I mean, Bryce doesn't really come into the lives anymore, but if he did, he'd see the thing that I bought specifically because he's a Captain Marvel collector. What else we got here? Oh yeah, I bought the well, this is last week's issue of Young Magazine, which is funny because it's not R-rated except when you get to the manga. There's no, like the chicks are all clothed, but like the manga's all dirty and stuff. But yeah, I was just wanted to commemorate buying Young Magazine for reasons. Yeah, I went to Mandarake. I went to the Nakano Broadway one 5 or 6 times, and then I think I went to Shibuya twice and all the others twice. Hello there, Chris. Thank you. Hey now. All right, so I think they did 3 issues of Brutus magazine for Atomo, and this is one of them that I found, but I wasn't able to find the others. I think Sean does have them. This was really cool, finding this. Ghost World, Daniel Clowes translated into Japanese. Apparently all of his stuff is translated there, which I find to be pretty cool. There's a decent amount of fanographic stuff that I saw there. I didn't buy a ton of it, but the only Eric Larson book translated to Japanese was his Wildcat. Shit, I didn't even look for that. Yeah, I don't think there's any Savage Dragon. I think there is some Spider-Man though. Friends, please take a moment to hit the like button. Thank you. I didn't even see an English language section at Mandarake, but I wasn't really looking for it, but I didn't see it. No, not at all. No issues. I mean, I luckily with Sean had the scale, and 2 bags were right on the just under the line, and 1 bag I knew was going to be overweight, so I just paid the charge for it. But no, you don't have to declare anything. Don't give a shit. They're looking for stuff that might hurt. Obviously, we know what this is translated into Japanese. Mouse. Not much to say about this because everybody knows that it's Mouse. Yeah, that makes sense that it's nothing. So Brutus. Oh, I guess well, this is funny because this is Katsuhiro Otomo, but I believe that's a Shohei. I think this issue is his son, but it says who is Katsuhiro Otomo. But I could be wrong. I don't know. It was a long 3 weeks. I don't even know how I ended up with this, but I thought it was a pretty cool image, and I forgot that I bought it. I don't even know. It's like a little folio. And then, yes, I bought another copy of this because this thing costs twice as much in the States. I believe this thing costs like 40, $50. This is the world of Toriyama World. This came out like right after he died, but this was, or right before he died, but this was planned, to be released. Oh, is it, Rob? Oh, interesting. Oh, this thing. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it gets confusing when I try to remember, everything I bought and what it is. You know what? I believe that when we went to look for Turtles Dojinshi, we realized that it was all gone because Alika bought it all. And it makes sense because they re-up that stuff when they do the Dojinshi Fest. What is it called? I'm forgetting the name of it. And so he bought it all. Yeah. I'm not going to open it up now, man. I have so much stuff to go through. I'm trying to minimize the amount of stuff I open. Sorry, brother. Here, let's get another box that I got from Sean. He shipped the stuff out the day that I left, and it showed up yesterday. How crazy is that? DHL is amazing. Sean is amazing. All right. So let's see what we got here. All right, so here's another one of the set, the Spider-Man set with the Larson Obi. Oh, this was pretty cool. These are doujinshis that we found. The artist Naoto Tsushimi. He was at Brave and Bold or Japan Comic Art Expo, and he was also at Tokyo Comic Con. And we each bought a set of these. Maybe like 5 or 6. I was just trying to do it discreetly, Chris. Yes, Comedia. Thank you. Yes, Comedia. That's it. Well, Sean's from here, but Sean was here very briefly. He's from he grew up in Spokane, Sean. So, but I don't think he's going to be coming to the PNW next year. I think he'll be maybe at Eddie P-Con. So yeah, this is just like this cool Autobots, Decepticons, Transformers kind of pinup zine. He did a sketch in each of them, which was pretty cool. Signed. So I got the set, which is pretty cool. Obviously, little Megatron there. And then did I get the one that had Optimus in it? Because I think he did different sketches in each one. Oh, I got the same sketch twice. Well, I can tell you I know somebody who's getting a set of these who might have 3 names and be the artist for a Transformers book. Anywho, oh yeah, this is not mine. Dave, if you're here, Dave, other Dave, that's yours. All right, what else we got here? Oh, you know what? Let's take a look through this book. Hold on, because this book's fucking awesome. Next time I'm finding one of these for myself. The creature design in here is just kind of amazing. Chris Marr and me. This is an art book that I was told to take a look for. And yeah, it's pretty fucking amazing. Anywho, it does not belong to me, but for now it does. Right now it does. All right, some more movie programs. Yes, they are. Terminator, Gremlins, Hereditary. This one's for me to keep. Very tough to find. It's actually the most expensive one I bought. Predator, another Jaws 2 with that badass piece of art on the back. And, of course, I got to pick up a Kill Bill when I see one. Guess who's back? Back again. All right. Oh, hey, Ray. Are you still in here? Check out this sketch of magic. Ileana Rasputin. Godtail was at Tokyo Comic Con. I was told to look out for him. That's right. Jaws 2, and you'll see some more programs. This guy's an amazing artist. Really nice guy, too. Some of you might be familiar with him. I was not. got Jedi and Star Wars original programs. And then on top of that, see, people come in, they don't watch the show, they stick around for 2 seconds, pretend like they're here, they're not here, they miss the cool stuff. All they want to do is buy books from me. They don't actually care about the content. An entire box set. There's Ori of the first 6 Star Wars movies, the prequels and the original, plus the special edition, episode 1, 2, and 3. So this is all of the Star Wars programs up till 2005. What's up, Marco? I am back. Which convention did I have more fun at? Japan Comic Card Expo. I went both days for that. I only went the one day for Tokyo Comic Con. Tokyo Comic Con was what you'd expect. You know, it's stuff and more stuff and merch. And then the artist alley was cool because there was like 150 artists there. But yeah, you know. The Japan Comic Art Expo was 0 stuff and all art and artists and commissions and art to buy. Yeah, no, but you know they're a week apart, so you don't just go to one, you go to both. Exactly. Oh, well, thank you, Johnson. My jet lag kicked in today. I went to sleep last night at about 11:30 p.m. And with the exception of a 40-minute nap, I've been up since 2:30 in the morning. So, yeah. Oh, of course. The turnout for the Japan Comic Art Expo was pretty packed, but you can move around. It's in a smaller room. I think they're just going to grow every year. And then Tokyo Comic Con's in a fucking like giant set of like what feels like airplane hangars. I didn't buy any merch at Tokyo Comic Con because there was lines, and the only line I waited on was for Peach. Speaking of, let's take a look at just some of the. I got this. This is a Amazing Spider-Man 6, the 1 in 500, I believe, Virgin variant. I got that signed by Peach. That beautiful silk cover. These are the cards for the iGirl Softbee. So I got 2 of the glow-in-the-dark ones, and both cards are signed. I will definitely be selling one and keeping one. iGirl. Did I get into any good fights? Unfortunately, no. It's too respectful there to fight anybody. So they just released Demon Days and Demon Wars in a Japanese translated, I guess it's not translated because they were originally written by her. So, but this is the trade paperback signed by Peach, and can't beat it, right? This was from how do I say his name again? It's Daishan. He's an amazing, I believe, Chinese artist. I got a piece of original art from him that'll be here in a couple of days. And this was from his Terrificon leftovers from the swimsuit special. So I bought one of those because he is a fucking amazing artist. Yes. Speaking of Peach, Chris just had Peach on with her husband, Yo. And if you haven't watched that interview, it's about 48 minutes long. That's fantastic. And hopefully, within the next month or so, I'll have Peach on as well. This I found at Japan Comic Art Expo. There was one dealer that had there was 2 dealers that had 2 boxes of vintage stuff. And I saw this and I'm like, okay, this is obviously the cover for Star Wars 1. This is from 78. This is probably the first Star Wars comic or, manga that was ever put in its own book. I think it might have been in weeklies before this, but this is the first. Ooh, look at that. Didn't even know that was in there. This is this is the first collected, the Tankobon. It's got some foxing, but it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, John. I was really shocked to find this because like this might be the oldest thing that I found there, like in Japan that I bought. Um, because like I didn't buy any 50s rental manga or anything like that. Um, it almost doesn't smell now. Like I know what you're saying. It should. It doesn't really smell. Oh, Dave, there it is. I flipped through it a bit, so you can watch it on the replay. I flipped through it maybe about 15 minutes ago. Yeah, the red tone's like, I mean, that's one of the special things about when you see some of this stuff. Not every book has, red. Sometimes it's green, sometimes it's blue, but look at Solo. Or is that Luke? That's Luke. Anyway, some cool stuff. All right, let me get some more stuff here. Favorite meal for my trip. Aki took me, Mossy, and his wife Rachel to this local sushi spot. I do not know the name of it, but Guy studied the same way that in the same method that Jiro studied. He just didn't go the direct way that Jiro went, and it was an omakase. It was fucking amazing. I mean, it was the best sushi I've probably ever had. And then we kept ordering stuff, and he was like really happy. The guy enjoyed watching me get really excited about some of the stuff he was making. That was probably the best meal. The second best meal was a place called Fleur des Sarrasins. It's French. I can't do French words. And Japanese fella who lived in that region of France, studied there, learned how to make buckwheat, crepes. And then he brought that back to the Japanese sensibility, and it was just a fantastic meal. I was there for like an hour, and yeah, he was such a really nice guy. I don't know. I mean, Pocky, and there were some decent potato chips, but I'm not a convenience store guy. No, I did not go to Coco's. I saw Coco's. I did not go to Coco's. The best, I mean, the sandwich that I liked the most was the 7-Eleven chicken, egg, and teriyaki. All right, some more Spawn Dengeki stuff. Issue 3, issue 2, issue 5, and then classic Peter Jackson, Frighteners movie program. Love that movie. That last movie before he did Lord of the Rings. If it's an American thing, if I've seen it in America, I didn't want to go really eat it in Japan. I ate McDonald's once and 7-Eleven because it's obviously better in Japan. This is a Junji Ito book, but I don't remember what it is. And I think maybe this wasn't published in the States. I can't remember. And then speaking of Junji Ito, I picked up another one of the programs from his recent exhibition, which will be for sale because I have one for myself. Look at all these Mononoke bags. Oh, more Spawn. Oh, no. Yes, here we go. Here's the only doujinshi I picked up because there's just too much. Like, I wouldn't know where to look. Spawn and Angela doujinshi. And, I mean, if it's Scarlet, if it's not Scarlet, if it's Black Widow and Hawkeye doujinshi, I mean, it's got to be somewhat decent. Let's take a look at it. All right, Chris. I'll get you in your suitcase, in my suitcase. But I am not responsible when they find your cold dead body. Unfortunately, I will not take responsibility for that. I only bought one figure, and then I hit the Jaws Gachapon, and I got some Godzilla minis, but I didn't buy any. I couldn't do the toys. Like, that's a slippery slope. Like, I went up to Bic on the top floor, and I took a lot of video. And obviously, I would have bought all the Godzilla toys, but it's a slippery slope. Plus, getting those back just takes up so much space. Yeah, Dan. That first Junji is called something along the lines of Looking Over Here. Oh, I think that's a kid's book. I think that's what Sean was telling me. Maybe this was a kid's book, and I'm like, oh, I got to check that out. Let's see what's going on in this Hawkeye Black Widow doujinshi. Let's see if it's like a hugging only, or if we get look at Thanos. And for anybody that doesn't know what doujinshi is, this is a fan-made book. So it's like a bootleg, but they're all like either romantic, there's boys love, and then there's ones that just go way too far. Which I don't think this one does. It just looks like it's a like a a friendly one or a romantic one. But I don't see any like hardcore stuff in here, luckily for my YouTube channel. The Woman of Red Hair Dreams of World Peace. Oh, that's the name of it is. Yeah, so manga. The good ones take it too far, yeah. And then I got a Spawn movie, which it's the movie file, so I just bought any Spawn shit I could find. What I really wanted is they did a full line of jewelry for Spawn in the 90s, like a Violator figure and all that, but I mean a Violator ring. I went into a lot of toy stores looking for that stuff and didn't find a single one. This was a fun find, both of these. A Von Baudet diary sketchbook, which I had never seen before. It's English, it's Fantagraphics. This thing's like a $50 book. Like I'd never seen it before. It's Von Baudet. Of course I'm going to buy it. And then I had only known that these exist. I was very unaware until very recently that they released the Epic books in these 4 or 3 issue little box sets. And I've never seen one before. Like I said, I only became aware of them recently. So it's like you could see it's a full little box for your bookshelf. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to buy this. Because why not? Buckle and make you come twice. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's see what's here. Are they color? No, that's the color ones. Those are the American comics, but they were, I think, released in batches in those box sets. I could be wrong, or maybe they released the boxes and you just put your issues in there. According to Mark Baudet, it's pronounced Bodie, not Baudet. No shit. All right, well, I'll have to call him Von Bodie, which just doesn't sound right. Some more Spawn Dengeki, and then we got some Miyazaki storybook here. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to buy this because there's a lot of Miyazaki fans out there. And, this is what Spirited Away. So I'm not a huge Miyazaki fan. Not that I don't like him. I haven't watched all of his movies. And so I can't call myself a fan. I feel like I'm fronting. But I do love Princess Mononoke. I just never got into watching anime. All right, so what do we got here? Another Mandarake bag with some horror stuff, some I don't know. I just saw I'm like, yeah, of course I'm buying this. Some Hibari stuff. I did get the one Hibari book that Sean showed off years ago. And I'll show it to you if it's in this batch, unless I think it's in here somewhere. But it's a crazy book, and these are some of the coolest horror stuff, the Hibari stuff. And then I picked this up, Ghost in the Shell, Masamune Shiro. It's got a book and a CD-ROM, a hardcover. Maybe this isn't good. Yeah, this is. Yeah. But it is Shiro. It's pretty cool. Oh, this I didn't buy there. I just brought it with me to read. Because I had not read The Night Fisher until this last this trip. Yeah, Hideshi Hino. That's one of the names that, like, whenever I like scanned and I saw it, I'd be like, okay, I know who that is because of Sean. Man, I tried to find some good Ghost in the Shell stuff, and I couldn't find a ton of it. Same with Akira. I couldn't find too much Akira stuff, like stuff that I hadn't seen before, I should say. I went to like 3 book offs, man. I went to one that was so overwhelming. My brain went into overload. There was just so much stuff there, and I didn't know what to do. And I was just like walking in circles, looking at things, and like nothing was registering. Even like I was looking at their Blu-ray section because there's stuff that's made there that isn't made here, and like still it was very overwhelming because I didn't go to the book offs with anybody. I always went by myself. Otomo Zed, I've never heard of this before, so I picked it up. It's the French version. I actually picked this up. Did I pick this up at Mandarake? Yeah, this is Mandarake. I thought it might have been book off. Oh, okay. See, I had never heard of it before, Rob. Lethal Protector. I mean, it's Lethal Protector. What else do I have to say about this? There it is. There it is, Chris. The craziest, weirdest cover of all time. Spider-Man Life Story. Chip Zdarsky, Mark Bagley, which Chris just did an excellent episode on. And you guys know from watching my interview with Chip and Mark how much I love this book. And I just look at that cover. It's ridiculous. Book off is great if you want complete sets and 110 yen books, but you got to browse, and often there are too many. Yeah, holy crap. The 2 big ones that I went to, you're just walking into people constantly. Same as the Mandarake and the one in Shibuya. And the one in Akihabara. That's why the Nakano one's great, because it's big. It's all those different stores. Yeah, I have no clue who drew this cover either. I mean, it's not going to say it in English, but, well, there's a shot it does, but I doubt it. I gotta message Chip. I don't know I think he might have posted a picture of this in the newsletter when it came out. But oh my God, that's apparently Chip. That's Chip. That is Chip's art. It's so funny. Well, obviously Chip's seen it then. All right. That's not what's okay. Let's see what's here. I just got to say something, and this is not to anybody that is in this room right now, but for all the people that bark down my door about me getting stuff for them, about what did I get, 25 people in here, and I must have had twice that message me. So, this is why I don't go out and fly across the country and fulfill requests for people, because they don't show up. Yeah, it is. It is, Chris. What's up, dude? Ian? I have not seen a single Miss Marvel book yet in here, so but it's I honestly don't know if I picked up 3 or 4 of the books. Sean has a full set, but obviously it's a full set. Picked this up because it looked fucking cool. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't, I was going to pick up what I was going to pick up regardless. Obviously I looked for certain things, but they're non-existent. Like I looked for those Moon Knight manga. They don't exist. I mean, they exist, but they don't fucking exist. Finding anything in a weekly, the Moon Knight thing is as old as me. It's 45 years old. And you just can't. You just can't. Like it's dumb luck if you find them. I bought these 2 cool movie monster books because Darth Vader and Christopher Lee. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably not too many people that have complete sets of it. So you'd have to like scan it. I mean, there are scans on certain pages out there, but I don't think the whole story is scanned. Yeah, John, I mean, half of this trip to me was just learning. Yeah, exactly. You can't, Sam. You can't. Oh, dude, Chris, the best was I was at the Mandarake in Shibuya, and I showed them a picture of it, and the girl like looked, and then she looked up. She's just like, I'm like, yeah, I know, nobody's got it. Saruma. Yeah, they do keep that in print. This is just a cool Ultraman book or Ultraman style characters and other things. I think there's Power Rangers in here. It's all black and white, but it is a ton of photos. And they did like 3 of these books. One's Godzilla, I think, or maybe this isn't. This is Superheroes Chronicles, so it's got a little bit of everything. And then check this out. Like, this book does not exist in the States. Yeah, the Hulk is super rare also. This is kind of like a spotlight magazine on Junji Ito. You can see him there on the front and back cover. And it's got like articles, strips, pictures, him with his cat and various animals, some articles, and then more comics. I should have bought more than one of these, but I just bought one, maybe because I only saw one. But can't go wrong with Ito. Speaking of Ito, some Junji stickers. And then I bought, like I said, a couple of copies of this because once people see the full top-down video of this, everybody's going to want one. Especially if you like Todd, Sam Keith, Mark Bagley. Yeah, Dan. I'll probably sell this, but I definitely want to get a good look through it. And crossword puzzles. Wait. It's weird. All right, more. Let's keep going. All right, I look through those. All right, let's get this box out of the way. This one came from, this is the first box I packed up of Sean's stuff. I bought one of the sets of the Fantastic Four manga that he had, basically just for this issue, because you got first appearance of Galactus and Surfer. Here's the rest of that. That's books 3 and 4, and oh, there's the giveaway I forgot to do during a claim sale. So we'll, you know what? I'll do that tonight. I'll just give that giveaway. Yeah, Johnson, I actually, we had a lot of fun flipping through it. Oh yeah, no, I had to have it. And there's book 1. So it's a 4-book set, reprinting a lot of the Kirby era. Great condition, had to have it. All right, here, I'm gonna take this box off and just. Ugh. I know, John, and he had all of them. He had Spider-Man, Hulk, Cap, Thor. He had all the sets. Dude, it's so nice. It's so nice, Sam. I got to take a look at it, obviously, before we sold them on the sale. Okay, so here's your one figure that I bought, Chris, the gold 70th anniversary Godzilla -1 figure that Bandai did. I was like, yeah, this is kind of irresistible. Had to. We won't. I'm not showing that one on the channel. It's not what you think it is. No, thanks. We are not done. Okay, so let's take a look here. If I don't know, I didn't know who he was, but James Harris. Let me get his card. Give me one sec, y'all. I think it is. Oh yeah, James Harris, who refers to himself. He's an artist. He refers to himself as the Jinja Ninja because he's a ginger. Very fluent in Japanese, and he was doing these mini Shikichi boards, and I bought his Spawn piece, which is signed. Just a really cool piece of art. James is a really nice guy, so I follow him on Instagram. You can find him under the Jinja Ninja. You should follow him. Check out his art. You can put your phone right up there and boop, and then I went ahead and I bought 2 of the Art Germ 2024 ink and brush sketchbooks. They're both signed. These will be available at the next claim sale. Art Germ, really nice guy. He's Good old Stanley. He was at the Japan Comic Art Expo. Picked this up from Sean. You know, Super Mario manga. It's a little beat, but it's old as shit. The art's great. I think it's like it might actually be a strategy guide, but in comic format. What year is this from? 92. So this is early. I forget what this is, but it was such a cool cover design. I pulled it off Sean's shelf and I was like, oh, this is rad. It's like cute and violent. Forget what he said it is, but we talked about it. It's hard to remember every single thing, you know? Look at that. Oh, it's nasty. And if you're going to be in Japan, you have to go visit Japan Book Hunter. You got to visit Sean's shop, contact him, set up a time to look. Chris, you'll be meeting him next month. So, did I get recognized? No, there were no Japanese Curb Your Enthusiasm fans to recognize me. And I didn't get recognized from my moderate success on YouTube either. I did not know there was X-Files manga. So this was all stuff that I picked up off of Sean's shelves because, of course, I was going to shop there. And the truth is out there. This is not Charlie Adler. Like, for a second, I thought this might have been the top stuff. That's not why I would have bought it, but that's awesome. That has the opening credit visuals. Art direction, Kaoru Nakata. Oh, of course, Jerome. And, you know, next week, be able to buy this. This is a gift from Sean. This is a Mandarake little Hibari guide, which is awesome. You can buy these from Sean. Hibari stuff, if you're into the horror, that's where you go. Is it manga or American translated stuff? It's manga. I think. I mean, I don't recall ever reading any of the X-Files comics, so yeah, this is not. I don't think this is what the American comics look like, right? Does look a lot like David Duchovny, though. This book's pretty dope. Picked it up off the shelf. I was like, what is this? He's like, oh, this is Junji Ito, maybe? I don't know. I just saw this and was just like, I want this. I mean, what's the point? It's not like I'm going to read it, but I sure as hell can look at it and kind of figure out the story. I mean, the art overall. Oh, is that Charlie? Okay, I guess that is. Yeah, I mean, I went, there was a 7-Eleven right down the block from my hotel. I just didn't want to really eat too much junk food, you know, or just convenience store food. I wanted to eat sushi. The thing is about manga, there's not really bad art in Japan, as opposed to American comics that, like, you pick up a book like, I don't know, Knights vs. Samurai, and it looks like a fucking blind child drew it with a Wacom tablet, or, you know, you pick up something based off the cover and it looks like a monkey drew it. Whereas you go to Japan and you just pick a book up and you're like, oh, this is dope. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's two different types of X-Files, and I guess this is the translated one, and I should have picked up the other one. And I don't think I listened to Sean when he said that to me. Because I was just, my eyes were, you know, my mind was open. Oh, that's mine. That one was a claim from him when we did that. But this, I want to get all the popcorn magazines, and I have 2 out of the 4. Yeah, it's almost non-existent, Tyler. I mean, there might be stuff you don't like, but you would never open up one of these books and be like, oh, this sucks. Okay, that was Junji. Mimi no Kaiden, Mimi's Ghost Stories. Okay. Yeah, I thought this was Junji. So yeah, I wanted to eventually get all the popcorn magazines. So I have two of the issues. This is the failed attempt to bring Marvel to its own magazine, pretty much, or mostly its own magazine. Like, it only lasted 5 issues and then it was done. But there's some cool stuff in here. Besides, there's other art in here that's amazing and other non-Marvel stuff. But the lure of having this was too strong. I couldn't stop. Look at this. Look at that. I do love the color pages in the first 5 pages in all the manga. Oh, come on. That looks so much cooler. So much cooler. So does that. So is this. Might be the first appearance of Mephisto. If not, it's that issue number 11 or something. Anyway, and then we've got Hansel and Gretel by Otomo with the poster that I had claimed from Sean at his last sale a couple months ago. I don't own this book, and the poster was too awesome not to buy this from him, because you do not find it with the poster often. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry. All right, let's go. More stuff. More stuff. All right. I've got both of these bags. They both seem to be Mandarake bags. What do you do when service is coming? Got to go collect this. Got to go collect this. Thanks, Dan. Yeah. Still a bunch of stuff left. And then stuff that's shipping. If I get that stuff by next week, which I will, I'll probably be doing the rest of my haul on the Power to the Panel channel with Mossy. So you'll see like the original art that I bought, which I did buy way too much. I got a Ghost World Japanese movie program. Check this out. So this just came out, I think, in the States. It's like a Godzilla 70th anniversary trade paperback, but it comes with the fucking Art Adams cover in Japan, where I think this was a very hard to find incentive variant in the States. And there's your regular cover, but that's the dust jacket. And this features, Matt Frank, and it features all the great, contemporary Godzilla artists, and then a lot of pinups in the back and different art. I was originally thinking like, I was going to get a couple copies, and then I ran out of room. So, and then I saw this, and I thought this was pretty cool. Another American Fantagraphics book that I found in one of these bookstores, and this is a paper doll full color all-star benefit book from Eros Comics. Frank Thorne, Jill Thompson, David Mack, Val Mayrick, Chris Sprouse. Never seen it in America. Never knew it existed. Not easy to find. It's actually worth a pretty decent amount, so I just figured I'd pick that up. What do we got here? Mandarake should have given you a discount. Seriously, Chris. I mean, I went nuts. I went nuts in Mandarake. Yeah, that Godzilla is sick. Speaking of Mandarake, this might have been my single heaviest haul. And it's mostly what the cream of the crop is Spawn and X-Men, Dengeki Comics. It's the only copy of this I found. I did find multiple copies of issue 1. Oh, and how could I resist buying Mad Love? Look at that Obi. It's pink, and it's got Harley on it, and it's the best Bruce Timm anything. Period. We got Hellboy. This is Conqueror Worm. And then I got a stack of the X-Men's and Heroes Reborn. How could I resist getting Heroes Reborn number 1? Got 2 copies of this, one with the Obi and one without. Episode 1, Phantom Menace in Japanese. Misa Japanese? X-Men 2 with the OB. Heroes Reborn 5. Let's see, what do we got? Any books I didn't pick up at the time I wish I got? Yes, there was one that I snoozed on. I didn't realize what it was. It was at one of these stores that I went to in Jimbocho. And it was a Metroid book. And then it turned out that I think it was like the first Metroid manga from 1986. And I went back the next day and it was gone. And then there was a Godzilla book I kind of wanted to get, but the bookstore person was an asshole. It's the only person that I encountered that it wasn't really nice. Like I went upstairs, I had my cup of coffee, and I go downstairs to look at the rest of the store, and without even me saying anything, like I turned, and she's like, "No, out," because I'm an adult with a cup of coffee this big. Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, there goes $200 that you're not getting. But it was this big, oversized Godzilla 1954 book. Yeah, Jacob, that Mad Love was really nice. I only saw it that one time, and I was like, you know what, I got to scoop it. We still have a lot left, including one full box from Sean that I haven't opened. Here's some more Hibari stuff. Well, it's not Hibari, but this is shoujo horror, and cool cover. Kinnikuman, Volume 1. I don't think this is a first print or anything, but figured why not. Another copy of Otomo's short piece. This is a Junji. I don't think this one, I think Sean said that this one was not printed in the US, but maybe that was a different one. But I think it's pretty early on the Ito scale. Look at this. These like the images with all the bodies, like great. Look at this. Such amazing art. I mean, it's kind of like the clothespin people that Joe Kubert used to do, but it's more horrifying. I forget what this was. Oh, this is Hideshi, right? I think this is Hideshi. You know what? It kept seeing this book, and I was just like, you know what? I gotta buy this. Let's take a look at it. It's one of those covers where you're just kind of, the more you see it, the more you're like, I want to see what it is. Sorry, I wasn't able to get many comics. Yeah, I mean, first time in the country, and I said, you know what? I'll worry about it later. I mean, you're going to be seeing me sell like a motherfucker next week. I'm going to be selling everything. My kidneys, what hair I have. Odoraba. Not like Onibaba. Derived from the same words. That's me when I get high. Ooh, look at that. Just get right into it. Burning flesh. Oh, man. Like you said, Tyler, like we were saying before, there's not that much bad art in Japan. Like I said, there might be art you don't like, but man. Oh, so cool. Oh, that's a Junji Ito sticker. I mean, the thing is like I bought a lot of cool shark, a lot of stickers, a lot of just different things because nothing was really that expensive, and I was just buying shit anyway. Cool book. The little Darkstalker stuff, little Morgan action. You got to buy it. I didn't even look through this. I just kind of bought it because it's Darkstalkers, and I love that game. Not as much as John does. But John's not here right now. He's doing stuff with his family. Oh, look at that. Street Fighter Zero set. Forgot I bought this. The ba in Odoron ba is the same word as Onibaba. It basically means like granny. Yeah, when in literature, horror, like in movies and literature and stuff, titles you can always kind of figure out there's something. Derek, I don't fucking know, man. I mean, I'm gonna price it kind of based on what I bought it. Look, I mean, jackpot, Succubus Morgan. I got to factor in my flight, the amount of money I spent on the trip just going and coming back. I mean, but stuff won't be super expensive. I just got to figure it out. So that's what I'll be doing over this weekend. Action Comics Full Metal Lady, going to Guy. I was told that this is cool, and it's going to Guy, so no brainer. So what this is, I believe this is the first Super Mario strategy guide from Famicom. That's the OG. So this is from 86, 84. And then I bought this just because, it's Mario, right? We all love Mario. It's a Mario. And anybody that tries to come at that theory that he doesn't say it's a Mario, you're wrong. That was an internet hoax. Oh my God, there's so much stuff left. So I hit the Godzilla store twice. You're going to see a full-on Godzilla episode, and I bought this tote of all the different size Godzillas. Thought that was an easy purchase, especially because I could use this tote several times. Yeah, there you go. Full Metal Lady. She's a hot one. So the Marvel store had these cool bags, but I don't think this is Marvel stuff. Oh, there is some Marvel stuff in here. I'm a sucker for these Marvel X mags. Todd cover. Larson, Todd. This has these books in it, including the first Beta Ray Bill. This has these books in it, including the Frank Miller Sienkiewicz Daredevil and X-Men 120 or 133, and yeah, good stuff. And then this one is a pretty popular one that has these books in it, but Todd cover, and I need that for my collection. Full Metal Lady is indeed very cool. You'll sell that pretty immediately if you show off a bit of the insides. I probably will. There's a lot of these. I think what I'm going to do is I might record. Once I go through this stuff and I open it all up and I, look through it and then decide if I want to sell it or not, I think I'll do some videos flipping through some of this stuff for consumption. I mean, the hoodies, they had the hoodies there. You'll find out next month anyway. I didn't see too many copies of these, so when I did, I bought them because it spawned Batman. It's the OG. It's not that piece of shit that they released a year and a half ago. This is the Frank Miller Todd one, which sure may not be the greatest book, but it's definitely better than that piece of shit they released a couple years ago. There you go, Derek. Another great Star Wars book with Hildebrandt Brothers art. I don't know if the whole thing is Hildebrandt Brothers. Oh, wait, I guess I must have opened it. For example, like this book would probably be like $20 or $25. Oh, yeah, there's some really interesting stuff in here. It's not just Star Wars, but it's mostly Star Wars. Actually, I guess it's all Star Wars except for a couple of the early pages. And you're getting, it's just, you don't see this stuff. You got to buy like a $60 or $70 hardcover in the States to find some of these images. Oh, here you go. There's the Miss Marvel issue number 4. This is the hardest one to find. And then there's issue number 1. right? Yeah, this is one that's 4. And this is going to be the one I keep because it's got the OB. And then we got another Marvel X, which has ASM 315 in there. Check out that Venom OB. Woo! Man, forgot I bought some of this stuff. Forgot how much of this stuff I actually really love. So where are we at? We're in an hour and a half. Yeah, we'll keep going. Muhammad Ali, but I bought this because of this. This is one of the other Marvel Brutus issues that they did with some really cool art in here. Hold on one sec. This fucking thing. Yep, a lot of behind the scenes stuff for character designs. Oh, dude, Tyler, I've got 1, 2, 3 more bag stacks and then a box. That's the 4th issue that you said you didn't even know existed. Or the 4th trade, I guess. Yeah, this is, I mean, there's some cool stuff in here. I think half of this issue is Marvel and then half of it's whatever else. But this is why I thought this was dope. So this is I don't know if this thing was ever produced in the US, but it is basically the story of the Avengers in manga. And then it goes into Joe Quesada, like, I guess getting the movie greenlit and all that stuff and taking over as editor-in-chief. And it's all about Joe Quesada. So I thought that was really unique. You got it. Oh, yes. And here we go. 3 copies of the original Jaws movie program in Japanese. One is for me. Look at this logo. Chris or anybody in the chat, has anybody ever seen this Jaws logo used on anything? Because I haven't. Yeah, exactly. We've only seen the big block letters that we're used to seeing, but I've never seen that logo before. Yeah. Yeah, nobody's ever seen that. So I thought that was pretty cool that was on there. I'd love to have that on a t-shirt. I'm old. No. You know what? Let's take a look at it, actually. I feel like I'm not doing enough service to my favorite movie. See if there's anything cool in here that since we all know the stuff used for Jaws, like, it'd be cool if there was something in here that we didn't see before. That's a shot of a real great white, probably when they were doing the cage scene and it got stuck on the cage. Classic. Oh, okay. That's printed in there. That is not signed. I would have fucking shit myself if that was really signed. Jaws, 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 Jaws. Yeah, there it is again. Did I buy any Mangataro? Panagraphics would be perfect publisher. I don't think I did. I do know that name because of hearing Sean talk about it, but I don't think I got anything intentionally. All right, so there you go. That's the program. 1975. This thing is older than me. Beverly Hills Cop. Where are they taking her? to the Emperor's Castle. Mortal Kombat! Did I buy any Xmas? Did I enjoy the Xmas decorations? I didn't see too much. I mean, I went to one park that had lights and they started to go up. I don't care about Christmas. I'm a Jew anyway. I bought a couple of these because it was the Deadpool Wolverine program. Might see if Rob Liefeld wants one of those. There's the second copy of Popeye magazine I got. Let's take a look at that since some of you have never seen the Atomo. Did Jaws get an American program? I think it did, yes. I think programs stopped in America around the beginning of the 80s. Although I think they did programs for Star Wars when the special editions came out, and I believe they did programs for Star Wars when the prequels came out. I believe. It might be. It might be. Yeah, here's the Popeye magazine, which, thanks to Ed Piskor, rest in peace, Eddie P. Well, first of all, thanks to Ed Piskor, because I would not be on this trip if it wasn't for his inspiration over the years of talking about Manga Quest. But they showed off this Popeye magazine, which All American Comics. Oh, it's so good. But there's some really cool pinups in here that I do not think. All right, so that is that Go Nagai doing Captain America? Maybe somebody confirm if that's Go Nagai. I don't think it's Toriyama, but maybe it's Toriyama. The one I obviously remember is this one. Here's Otomo doing Black Panther, and then I forget who does the Doctor Strange and the Iron Fist. If somebody remembers or somebody can read that. Oh, it's Ryuichi Kagami. My bad. Well, that's a famous Frazetta, but we're looking at mangaka doing Marvel. Thank you, Prism. Yeah, my memory is only as right now. It's like a mixtape. I might remember something, I might not. Because I am exhausted. But yeah, this whole issue is just filled with cool things. Interview. Who is that? I should know. Oh, Takeshi. No, that's not. Who is that? I should know who that is, but I'm bad. Yeah, Dow, these are great magazines. Oh my God. Sam, it's something I'll look for next time. But I bought this mostly for the Otomo. Popeye, you can find, there's music shops, because this is also like a heavy music magazine. So there are some like music shops that have back issues. The thing about Japan is you can go to a bookstore one day and you might look for something that's not there. You can go to that same bookstore the next day and find all of the things you're looking for. It's like the opposite of America, where like you go to your LCS and they haven't moved the wall books for like 3 years, or the back bins are the same shit that they were during the pandemic and they're still the same prices. In Tokyo, at least, I didn't go anywhere else, but in Tokyo, this stuff gets restocked as much as possible. Collections come in, they have so much, like they'll have piles of stuff behind the counter because they don't have a ton of space. They just have to pile it up. And then when stuff sells, I guess they come in early in the morning and they restock. Like these Popeye magazines, I looked specifically for the ones that I found. It was this one and the Star Wars one. And the store I went to get this had this copy. And then I went back 2 days later, they had another copy of this, and then they had the Star Wars one, where originally they didn't even have the Star Wars one. Derek, count me in for one of those shirts. All right, some more Japanese programs here. We got Batman, Top Gun. I went to the same disc union. Yeah, almost every day, and they always had new stuff. I was kind of disappointed in the record stores. I didn't do a ton of record shopping because every record store I went into, I was looking for 90s stuff with OB strips, and most of the stores had nothing like that. So I was like, you know what? It's better off for me. Interesting. Yeah, like Book Offs, they're one of the stores that does have a lot of room. So yeah, they can have a ton of back stock. Original Superman program. You know what the interesting thing is on some of these programs? They are purposefully, oh my God, I didn't know that this was in here. This pop-up. It's ripped, but oh well, maybe it's supposed to be like that, or it has to be attached. That's so cool. So a lot of these programs are straight up spoiler free. Oh, cool. There's a little flyer, a couple of flyers in here. Indiana, Raiders, and Dune. Oh shit, that's Dune. So like the Deadpool Wolverine movie program actually doesn't really have too many shots of Wolverine because they didn't want to spoil that he was going to be in costume and stuff. Jump scare. What do you do, Hotshot? What do you do? Gremlins 2 is the most wild sequel of all time, and it is just as good as the original. It's just crazy. I won't put one's better than the other. I'm your worst nightmare. First Rambo. Yeah, Tyler, it's, if I had shipped like a box of vinyl back, but yeah, I thought it was smarter to stay away from it. RoboCop, fucking Con Air, Spawn, which I think I have a copy of this already, so one of those will be for sale. I thought this was pretty cool. The fact files, which they did in America, but I was kind of hoping that one of the fact files was going to be Spidey McFarlane, but it wasn't. But there was still this Jim Lee spotlight with this cool War Machine piece, which I do not think it is an American. I mean, I know this is translated, but I feel like really it is. And then there was this cool Spidey timeline. So this was pretty cool. I just bought this one, took a chance on it being a McFarlane thing. Still got more stuff, friends. Still got more stuff. Stick around. Yes, she was. She was even babblier in the net. Fucking nerd. Bought a pad record bag to bring back. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, even if you only go half full on that, it still weighs, like 70 pounds. If you only have 25, I don't know, or 50. Anyway, let's keep rolling here. All right, so this is the last of the boxes that I already got from Sean, but it is not the last pile, and it's not the last stuff I got coming from Sean. Yeah, I'll agree to that too. All right. Well, I think I got 2 copies of Highway Star. More Atomo. See Atomo, buy Atomo. It applies. This is a book I've never even looked at before. So, do I remember what Sean's shop smelled like? I do. How many pounds of paper did you bring back from Japan? I assess it to be somewhere around 300 pounds. If you go to Kyoto at all in the future, it's surprisingly good. That's what I heard. Poster shops too. My plan when I go back next year is Kyoto. Wow, words. Kyoto, Okinawa, and a couple other spots, and maybe the Sapporo region. And then 2.5, 3 weeks in Tokyo. This book was never printed like this in the States, Marvel Meow. And I should have gotten the sign because the creator, what's her name? Now Fuji. She was at Tokyo Comic Con, and I just kind of spaced out. But this is the entire Marvel Meow hardcover. Spidey and a kitty. We got, here, this whole stack. Okay. Oh, look at that. Moritomo. I got a first print Domu for myself with the Obi. Another copy of Sayonara Nippon, which has that beautiful, beautiful cover. Yes, it is. I'm sure she'll be at Tokyo Comic Con next year, so I'll get a couple of those signed next year. How's that ASMR? This is a present, and I don't know if he's in here, but he knows who he is if it is. This I got for myself. Japanese Jeff Darrow, hard boiled. The complete. This one's an interesting one. So this book was made in the U.S. It is called Heckling Hitler. And it's all these, World War II era political cartoons on Hitler and the Third Reich. But it just looks more interesting in Japanese. And historical artifact here. And, I mean, look, this one's wild. I'm Jewish, but history should definitely be never leaving our rearview mirror, especially, I'm of the belief that ignoring history condemns you to repeat it. But this is some political satire stuff in a book called Heckling Hitler. I did, Sam. I brought 2 small bags. I bought one from Pharaoh's Coffee in Jimbocho and one from my favorite coffee, or one of my favorite coffee shops, B. It's just called the letter B. I can share with you their Instagram profile if you'd like. All right, and this one, I can't show much of this because it's a little too spicy for YouTube. But me and Sean do a video about this haul, specifically this box, so you'll learn more about this book. Another copy of Venom, Japanese Batman adaptation. Enter the Dragon program. Got a little Bruce Lee. Face Off. Recall, recall, recall. Start the reactor. Another Spawn program. Gladiator. This thing is amazing. I won't spoil the insides because you'll see it in the top-down video that'll be on the channel in a few weeks, but I picked this up, and it's all this beautiful Godzilla art. Yes, Tyler, I think I did buy 5 copies. Hello, nice Bruce Lee. Hello there, Cal. All right, what's next? All right, looks like we got 3 stacks left. I just bought this. We were at like some pop-up book thing, and there was this Godzilla VHS, King Kong vs. Godzilla. In a hard clamshell too, and the VHS looks like it's in really good shape. So I figured, for the VHS collectors out there, somebody might be interested in this. Yeah. Oh, Dan, I took so much Godzilla video, like content at the store, video of the light show. The art show that I went to at the Parco Museum. I did shoot a lot of Godzilla content. I don't know what this is. I just bought it. Me and Sean don't know what it is. We'll flip through it in a second. I thought the cover was really cool, or Sean knew what it was when he read it, but he had never seen that. And then this is something that Sean showed me, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta pick this up when I see it. I mean, come on. Do I need to explain why? So I did pick up a couple of video games. This is an original Super Famicom Rocketeer, an original Super Famicom Street Fighter 2. Did Sean say the Venom Lethal Protectors from 2022? So there were 2 different copies of it. He had a newer one, and I think I have the older one, the Lethal Protector. So yeah, you did hear that right. Yeah, the Godzilla setup, you know what? There was nothing at the Godzilla store in Tokyo Comic Con that wasn't at the Godzilla store in downtown, which I shot a bunch of video at. So I didn't even, I looked very quickly. What else? Oh, I thought this was cool. It's a Spider-Man collector's edition DVD set, which Like if you just look at like it looks nicer than anything America ever released. So I picked that up. That'll be for sale. Oh, there's the Junji Ito book that I picked up off of Sean's shelf when we went to the art show and packed it away and didn't get it signed. But not Junji Ito. I'm sorry, Shintaro Kago. There is a full video of Shintaro Kago's art show. He did a portrait of me, which somewhere in here. You'll see it tonight. You guys will be the first people to see it. Did this con have vintage No. There's no comic presence at Tokyo Comic Con. None. With the exception of whatever Artist Alley like artists had at their table, but no comics. What there might have been one or two places, but it was like I would say 98% merch bullshit. Okay, so this book, I can't remember the name of it, but I was asking Sean because he had showed this off on the channel. We'll look at this in a second. He showed this off on the channel, and it's got the craziest fucking premise. And I was trying to find it. He couldn't remember the name. He didn't have it. And I was like, it involves a snake. We knew it involves a snake and a sword. And I was like, well, this had to be it. Exactly. I mean, Tokyo Comic Con is basically like their version of SDCC or NYCC. Like it is. It's exactly what that is. I did buy this Ghost in the Shell. I think this is like the same thing as like the Akira movie manga. Yeah, it was one of the few Ghost in the Shell things I found. I didn't see too many Funkos. There were Funkos there was a Funko booth at Tokyo Comic Con, but as for the stores, I didn't see a ton. I think I saw a bunch in the Nintendo store, but I don't pay attention to them because I don't like them. Another Street Fighter 2. This is a 3-book set. This might be the first Street Fighter 2 manga because it doesn't seem to have any subtitle on it other than Ryu. We're going to take a look at these in a sec, but let's go through. What's in here? I brought 2 of these cases with me because I brought some comics to get signed, but then I shoved this in there. I just found this super cheap, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy it. Oh, Will Portacio was at both of the cons, so I just had him sign a first bishop, a second bishop, and the classic Punisher 10 fucking wild issue. And then, oh yeah, there's always a Turok with me. That's real. Apokapuk. All right, so I forget the title of this, but the premise of it is the girl gets sick and tells her parents that she's sick. And she says, like, you have to, she's like, she's coughing blood in the beginning of the book. And she tells her parents, like, she's sick and they have to kill her and they have to chop her head off and they won't do it. So she throws the sword into the wall. She runs at it and fucking cuts her own head off. I mean, like, this is the 4th page of the book. So when I remember when Sean showed this off on the channel, I'm like, I have to own this book. And like, she comes back to life, and I forget what it's called, but if anybody speaks Japanese, they can, one of you guys can translate that and put the title in there. But I just had to own this, and it was the only copy I saw. I would have bought as many copies as possible, just because it's a crazy premise. So something I want to flip through and keep. The Snake Manga translator said the white snake is on my neck, on my Chris neck. That's funny, Prism. The first horror book that I bought from Sean, he showed off on, I think, one of his live sales or the channel, and it is a Hibari book called There's a Cursed Face on My Back, and it's disgusting, and I love it. Let's I'm gonna put that over here because that's just gonna go on my bookshelf anyway. Give me one sec, y'all. I am gonna do a giveaway whenever I close the stream out. So I'll be doing that X-Men giveaway. Okay. A lot of unwieldy curse related titles. Yes, they love their curses. Excuse me. By the way, if you haven't liked this, please do so. 34 subscribers away from 5,000. Gotta get it. And then we got to work on Direct Edition, which is my audio podcast. If you don't know it, season 2 just ended. Catch up. Season 3, which may be the last season, begins January, first Monday in January. Speaking of giveaways, I got to remind you in the next sale about. I have it. It's put aside for you, Tyler. You don't have to remind me. So let's take a look and see what this. Oh, I thought the back cover was pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of like some weird Vampire Castlevania or like Vampire Hunter D wannabe. But yeah, I thought cover was cool. Yeah, it's like a cutesy horror, but I think Sean said something like these typically get gnarly at the end. It's a cool double page splash. John's taste in manga is pretty impeccable. Like he told me to start reading DRCL, the Dracula book, and he's like, it's a weird story, but the art's great, and he was right. All right, well, cover's cool. I will forget because I won't forget. All right, let's take a look at some stuff. Because we've got 2 big piles of books, but I also bought stuff. This one is vaguely Russian related. It's a Japaneseization of a Russian name I don't understand. Hello, I am Vlad. All right, so I got a Game Boy, original Game Boy Turtles seal, or not sealed, but complete in box. I think I'm just going to send this to Jim Rugg. How do you go wrong with that? This was a blind box thing that I bought, and I didn't realize what they were, but when I looked on the advertisement, and it's really hard to see on the back, the one here, the one of Daredevil, it actually just says I'm a really good lawyer. And I'm like, oh, I want a thing that just says lawyer on it. But it's the mini lunchbox. Spidey. With great power, there must also come great responsibility. And in that is an eraser. Fucking blind box stuff is weird. So yeah, the Marvel store, which I got this at Village Vanguard, but the Marvel store had some really cool stickers. So I bought stickers, and then I bought some Godzilla stuff, Scarlet Spider sticker, cool Godzilla keychain. Oh, these I think actually came from Village Vanguard. And then I bought stuff from the Marvel store. It's like an 8-bit Spider-Man sticker, Lethal Protector black cover. Some more Venom. This was bought at a store called Drod, and some cool vintage. Erase responsibly. That's right, John. Some vintage Spidey pins. Some vintage Puffy Shark stickers. And then that. And there's the sticker for Drod. But what was really cool that he had, the first thing that I saw when I walked into he has 2 shops right next to each other, was this 1975. Tyler, it was an insane trip. This 1975 Jaws handkerchief, unused. I mean, it's got some discoloring, but this thing is pretty dope. Pretty dope. What else? Oh, I think this. Oh yeah, this was all from the Parco Museum for the Godzilla 4 exhibit. This was my favorite piece of art. I posted at least a photo of it. There'll be a full video. I bought this luggage tag and then totally forgot to put it on my luggage. And then 2 more magnets of some of the art pieces that were at the exhibit. They were only available there, so I was like, you know what? I'm never going to see this stuff again. Like Brody Rocket. All right. What's next? All right, we got 2 stacks left. Konnichiwa, Daryl. How you doing, brother? All right, let's see. Oh, I saw a copy of this and I couldn't resist buying it. Such a great book. I guess I bought 2 copies of Miss Marvel #1. Oopsie. Oh, I thought this is something I collect whenever I can. I try to buy magazines, like big magazines for my birth month and year, November 1979. This is the Shonen Weekly from the day I was born, 11/12/1979. So it's beat up, but it's as old as I am. Thought that was pretty cool. And then, oh yeah, here's Miss Marvel #2. So I didn't buy issue 3, but apparently 2 copies of #1 by accident, and then 1 copy of #4. What else we got here? Oh, couldn't resist. I found very cheap copies of Atoma, The Complete Works, Volume 3 and 4, Highway Star, and Sayonara Nippon. Once again, couldn't resist. And then this is the Tezuka Hitler biography. And I know it was published in the US, but I thought it was pretty cool that Tezuka did it. From 1971. It's just fascinating to me that he did a Hitler biography. And then there's this, which I didn't have to buy. It's quite heavy. It's a big-ass hardcover. The Design Works of Dark Souls 3, widely, very extremely popular video game. I'm pretty sure this will sell in 3 seconds to one of 2 people. Absolutely stunning artwork in here. I've never played the game. I've watched people play it. I've never played any of the Dark Souls games, but you know, it's widely regarded as one of the hardest games ever. And the character design and the art design in this game is next level. Yeah, I couldn't pass it up. Flip through the book. I don't know if this book exists in if they ever did it in America. I don't think they did, but I could be wrong. But as you can see, it's just like gorgeous flipping through it. I mean, if this was a movie, this would be like the most haunting, beautiful movie of all time. You know, it's like goth horror version of Lord of the Rings, design-wise, at least. It's like all these weapons here look like they were they might have been found in Mordor. Yeah. Yes, and if John's not all over it, my buddy Will, who loves that game, might actually be all over it. All right, last of the stacks, I think. Ugh. Another copy of Marvel X with the Infinity Gauntlet. This one has the OB. Marvel X Captain America. Why did I buy this one? Look what's in there. ASM 316 and 317. C. Todd by Todd. Speaking of C. Todd by Todd. Don't know who does this cover. I mean, it could be some version of an Alex Ross, but what was in this one? Yeah, some more classic Marvel stuff. And then issue number 12 I think this is the second copy I bought. This thing is very tough to find. This I will be keeping no matter what. This is like a thank you. Thank you to all my fans for all your support. We can't do it without you. Keep the attitude coming, Todd McFarlane. Spawn 10 gold cover. Oh, I did say I bought 2 copies of the Deadpool Wolverine movie program. Couldn't resist getting a copy of Akira Club because it's Akira Club. This is stuff that I got my last day, a full day of digging. Some more Kaze Shinobu, Ryu, Strongest Man on the Planet, book 1 from Sun Comics. Another one of these weeklies. I don't know why. Oh, because Mario and Ultraman and Power Rangers. I was like, yeah, this is probably good. This is one of my favorite shows, and I just bought the program for WandaVision. Holographic foil bullshit for you, Derek. And then a Raiders of the Lost Ark program. Oh, yeah. SF magazine. So we were talking about these before, and you'll see this on that last video that me and Sean do. 6 and 7 goes through like comics, and it's kind of like a little lookbook catalog of just all different comics from all the eras, including, as you can see, some American stuff. And Sean was telling me, he's like, they're pretty cool reference guides, and I think having some reference guides is a smart thing for anybody who is thinking about going to Japantown for manga, because like, unless you're fluent in Japanese and you know your books, it's needles in a needle stack. Yes, it is. I didn't really. I mean, I didn't really have much interest. I bought a 1 sticker, and I didn't like. I wasn't getting commissions from it. I was like, I could go all in and get commissions from everybody, or I could just pick a couple of them. That's what I did. Trip was great, Steve. It was great. It was amazing. Yeah, this. Yeah, I want to get issue number 7 because 6 and 7 are the ones that have the kind of reference guides. Oh, okay. Here we go. So I went to the last Sunday night, the last night. Me and Sean went to see Shintaro Kago Shintaro, his art show at Billiken Gallery, and he was doing portraits. I bought this because they had like some older books, and I thought like I forget this artist's name, but me and Sean we bought the last 2 copies of this because the illustration is just amazing. And it was just sitting there, and I was like, you know what, this is cool. Got one of these cool like see-through folder acetate portrait pieces, and then the moon. I think this is his most recent art book, but the reason why we went, because Kago will do your portrait, and it was 5,500 yen, and he gives you like a little sheet of kind of like what pose do you want or what you want done for your portrait. And so, yeah, and this book's signed right there. And so I went with one that I thought would kind of match a piece of art that I have. Let me show you. This is a 11-year-old piece of art from our friend and my buddy and other Dave Enger. This is a 13-year-old or 11-year-old thing piece that Dave did for a Sundance Film Festival art show that he was part of called Scum Dance. And it's, it's the thing. And so one of the poses that Kago had was that. So there I am as the thing. I didn't realize I should have had my mouth open, but yes, only 5,500. And I bought a painting, but that's not going to come for a couple of weeks or month or so. So yeah, this was a really cool thing to get, and he was super nice. And it was I took a video of him doing almost the entire thing, and then he did one for Sean that you'll see in the video too. But that video is probably not going to come out for a month and change. So yeah, that was the haul from the Kago exhibition. But we're not done. Still got some more books, and then I'll do a giveaway. And then if anybody has any questions or wants to chat for a little bit, I can stick around. I mean, my exhaustion's to a level where I don't think I'm tired. I think I just exist. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is another Kago book that I bought from the exhibition, which is also signed. It's also upside down. His art's fascinating. If you don't know Shintaro Kago, get on that. It's horrifying, but it's amazing. Oh, that was something that the gallery gave me for buying a painting. I don't know. I picked up this because I was like, oh, Transformer toy collection catalog with some cool stuff. I don't know. Some of this stuff is Japan exclusive only, but nice little lookbook of Transformer toys, and it's this thing's 17 years old already. Some Beast Wars. He's a shoe. Yeah, I picked up a couple of Shiro things. Just Ghost in the Shell stuff. Transformers. Yeah, it's your favorite. And then finally, Go Nagai and all his works, 30th anniversary book, catalog, reference guide of everything. And, Go Nagai, Devilman, and it's just one of the most impactful, influential creators in all of manga, period. So this is something that will be for sale. Not that I don't want it. It's not something that. Okay, maybe it is. Just kidding. Dibs. There's so much stuff here. Just such an absolute blast this trip. Let me pull up the giveaway and show you what I'm giving away. Give me one sec here. All right, so this was supposed to be done during the live sale that I did with Sean, and then I totally forgot. Hashtag X-Men, and I'm going to give away this. It doesn't have the dust jacket, but this is the X-Men 7 manga. It does have the stickers based on the Japanese X-Men animated series. So all you got to do is put in hashtag X-Men. And if I've never done business with you, please fill out the form below if you win, or go to my website and fill out the form. westcoastavengers.com. So I have your address if you win. But I appreciate the people that were here tonight. It's nice to know that at least some people still care about this channel. Nearing, it's weird. You near 5,000 subscribers and you drop videos that only get 500 views. It's like, I guess it's just people that want to buy books from me and they don't actually care about anything else. I don't know. But anyway, the people who are here have a chance to win something that came from Japan for free. And next week, I'll most likely do a Wednesday, Thursday sale where I'll be doing, obviously, heavy amount of stuff from this trip. And then I'm going to be going through all those monster magazines and at least pulling out like 20 to 30 for sale, and then regular comics. So it'll be most likely Wednesday, Thursday night, but I may change my mind and do Tuesday, Wednesday. Or should I try and do like a weekend, like a Wednesday, Saturday? I don't know. It does work in mysterious ways, but it's also like, it just seems that some people, they just want to see me unbox collections, and that's all. They don't have interest in the art form or comics in general. Thank you, Hooch. Yeah, brother, it's nice to be back. Like I said, I hopefully be back in full strength by this weekend, and then obviously by next week. 72-hour Dave sale. Well, they call me West Coast Dave. I'm back. It's funny. I say something about a giveaway, and all of a sudden, the highest percentage of people there's more people in the stream than there was the entire night. I thought that only happens on Whatnot. Anyway, yes, I did, Dan, Paul. I got my 3-day pass for Heroes, so I'll be there this year. Doing a giveaway. Hashtag X-Men. Yeah, 5,000 subscribers. I'd like to hit it by the end of the year. 34 away. And if I hit it after this weekend, well, then do a nice 5,000. I'll pick something out that's really cool and do a giveaway for it next sale day. I did email a very big name creator for most of us, or somebody that's pretty impactful in our lives. We'll see if he gets back to me and I can get an interview. Somebody that nobody, to my knowledge, on the YouTube space has ever done an interview with. Yes, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah, I assume Jim and Tom will both be there. Rug and Shioli. I don't know if Jim Mahfood's gonna be doing it, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, Jimmy and Tom will be there. No. Not Larry Stroman. Somebody that's super impactful for anybody. I'm not going to say anything else because I until I hear back from him, who knows if that's even his real email address, but it should be. Anyway, let's do the giveaway in 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Here we go. But yes, I am trying to get Stankiewicz. And Carlos. That was like a last minute thing. It was like John Baloo. No, Carlos. Congratulations, my friend. Would you like to see the ruins? Huh? All right, Carlos, whenever that's yours. Congratulations. A little piece of Japan. And that's there's gonna be lots of stuff you'll see from this trip. So yeah, let me see if I could get this. So yeah, I wrote down. So hopefully this weekend I'll be doing the video. That was the Japan Comic Art Expo, which Brandon, who is Sean's employee, filmed me. So 2 con videos. The Art Expo and Tokyo Comic Con is going to be a completely beautifully shot, like I am not holding the camera at all. I'm on the camera. I'm talking in microphone, Bluetooth. So it's like very different from the style of videos I usually have. And then me and Sean did 2 hunting videos. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Carlos. Me and Sean did 2 hunt videos where he took me around and we get 2 separate hauls. So that's going to be part 1's on his channel. Part 2 is going to be on this channel. I'm going to put together a video of me hunting in all the Mandarake stores, which will probably not have the haul because now everything's all mixed up, but I'll probably take like my top 5 pieces that I got from Mandarake. Hey, what's up, Matt? And then what else do I have here? I'm going to do 2 pop culture shopping videos. One's going to kind of focus on Godzilla, and the other one's going to focus on all the other things that I saw in store. Like I didn't buy anything from the Pokemon store, but I did video some of it. Same with the Nintendo store. And then some other assortment things, like I might throw in some food and stuff like that in there. And video games. And then Jimbocho, I think I'm going to do at least 1, maybe 2 videos. And Jimbocho is the area in Tokyo where all the used bookstores are. It's fascinating. Like there's nothing like it in the States. Nothing. like it in the States. Tyler, I'm excited to show him. It's just got to, obviously got to pull all the unedited footage together, and I'm gonna have Joe do a lot of the editing on this stuff. And then the last day, the last Saturday I was there, I did I hopped around to the Godzilla store and a couple other places in Jimbocho. So that'll be its own video. And then the Shintaro Kago art show is another video. So I tried to take as much video as I could, when thanks, John. When I was like, I try to make sure that I'm living in the moment on my vacation. But for me to take video with my GoPro attached to my shoulder, I just got to remember to turn it on. But I'm not that good at taking video of food, like in restaurants and stuff. I'd rather eat than fucking shoot video. But I did get some good stuff, so it'll be interspersed. I drank a lot of coffee and visited a lot of coffee shops, so I'll be posting some stuff like that. Yeah, I did. I mean, there's a lot of video. But yeah, when I'm going hunting for books, sure, that's work, fun work, but also shooting video. So yeah, lots of stuff to share. If anybody had anything they wanted to ask me, this would be your chance, because it's not that I don't have time to do a ton of live streams. I got a lot of work to do the next week and a half. Got a lot of money I got to recoup on this trip. Did I find a coffee shop that didn't treat you like a child? Oh, Paul, I didn't have any problems with the coffee shops. I go to a lot of single origin indie shops, whatever you would call them. The only thing that I don't like is I don't care about the food portion size. That was fine. The coffee portion size really kind of got to me. It's 8-ounce cup of coffee. Come on. Give me 12. Oh, Derek. Day 2, I was all in. It's not even the bidets as much as the heated seat. The heated seat makes you feel like you never have to worry about winter. What was your favorite ramen shop? I only had ramen a couple of times because I kept getting ramen choice. What's that when you're paralyzed? Choice paralyzation. But me and Dawn, did I go with? No, I went with Mossy to a ramen shop in Shibuya that was really, all the ramen I had was really good. There was no bad ramen. I don't think you can have bad ramen in Japan. Would it be as fun if the dollar wasn't so strong? It would have been as fun. Would I have bought as much? Probably not. But it would have been as fun because, to be honest with you, it was like doing drugs. It was like doing mushrooms, going into Monterake, and I was overwhelmed, but my eyes were doing dances trying to look at everything, and because everything's so brightly colored, there's a lot, everything's lit well. The stores have a great lighting, but you pull a book off a shelf and you're looking at this and you're looking at a spine, and everything just kind of it's orgasmic. It was such a cool feeling. The video game stores were way too overwhelming. I went to Super Potato and I was in there for maybe 25 minutes and I was like, I can't. It was way too overwhelming. And I'm not a huge game collector, so but and Book Off was super overwhelming. The DVD sections, the Blu-ray sections, all that. I meant the portion size. Oh yes, Paul. I did find a couple of coffee shops that had larger size, but I ended up just visiting more coffee shops and drinking coffee 3 times a day. What's up, Chris? Trip was awesome. Tons. Rewatch this stream. You'll see all the Spawn stuff I got because it's all in the piles that I showed off tonight. Did I visit the? No, I did not. Because as I told you, Daryl, it's not gonna happen. Maybe my 4th trip when I've done a lot of stuff. There you go. There, I might want to do that. Dude, heated seat is a fucking game changer. The bidet is great. I'll tell you, the first time you use a bidet, no matter how much you think you could prepare what it feels like, You can't. Luck, and if it was cold water, oh my god, a bidet would be a torture device. Thank God it's not. Hello. My name is Dave-san. Nice to meet you, Sean-san. Um, no, I didn't. I did watch a video. There is pizza from a vending machine, but I did not get any vending machine food. Yeah, I just didn't. Did I drink the sweat? No, I did not drink the sweat water. No, I don't fucking. I saw that and we were joking about it. I'm like, what's next? Piss? I didn't even, and I did not drink the mayo drink that they came out with while I was there because, ugh. Hello there, William. You missed a whole bunch of everything. You missed 2 hours and 20 minutes of a stream. What are you most excited to eat back in the USA? I had bacon, egg, and cheese today, and I had American breakfast was the thing I was looking forward to the most. Other than that, I'm not. Like I want to go get good sushi for $30. Like, no, I'm sorry. I want to get like 4-star sushi for $40 instead of what would amount to $150 here. Yeah, no thanks. I just can't drink something that's called sweat. Jankums, yes. I didn't go to a robot restaurant. No, I did go to the conveyor belt sushi, but the best restaurants I went to were the sushi spot that Aki took us to, the French Japanese restaurant, and then the Okinawan restaurant in Koenji called Dachibin. Dachibin, I think Daichibin. Pocari Sweat's actually pretty good. It just tastes like less fruity Gatorade. All right, fair enough. I don't like Gatorade, so it still doesn't appeal to me, but that makes more sense. Did you say a mayo drink? Yeah, it came out while I was there. It's like a limited edition thing, and like I had seen it. I'd seen a video, people saying it was disgusting. Then I talked to somebody who had said it was also fucking disgusting. I can give you some electrolytes. Wait, what? As far as I know, that shutdown of Fury is back. Unfortunately, it's maybe a good thing because apparently it's a bit of a front for the Yakuza. Whoopsie. Do Japanese people want to bring you something back for them next time? No, I didn't really. The Japanese people that I talked to and I saw regularly or somewhat regularly were the two coffee shops. One of the coffee shops I went to, he's Indonesian. The other coffee shop I went to, no. And then Kiki, who owns a restaurant called El Pato, he didn't ask me, but I did go to a couple of the same places in Koenji because I was there for in the same neighborhood for 3 weeks, so it was nice to feel like a regular. Oh, okay. I didn't know robots could get COVID. Any USA comic book collectors? I mean, people asked. I wasn't. Like I said earlier, I was not flying across the world to buy stuff specifically for people, unless you paid for part of my flight. Exactly. Prism Guide is a surprise. Oh, sketchy area. Where was the robot restaurant? What area was it in? Yes, it is a cool mob front. I'm not against the mob. I never said I was against the mob. My great uncle was a mobster, so I got nothing against the mob. They don't fuck with me. You know what? One thing I'll say: when you go to some of the sushi restaurants in like the busier areas, I went to one in Shibuya when I went to the Parko Museum. And because they want turnover, like they literally like you ordered and they shove it in your face. That was good food and it was a very unpleasant experience. Don't rush me to eat because I will never come back. See? Breakfast for dinner, baby. No, I didn't room at the Appa. I stayed at the Mets Hotel in Koenji. I think he stayed at the Appa in Shinjuku, but we went to his favorite sushi restaurant. That's where Aki and Mossy and Rachel took me. And then me and Mossy went to his favorite ramen restaurant. So that was really nice. Yep. Waxy Gordon, baby. Go look him up. Irving Wexler. He was a character for a brief period on season 2 of Boardwalk Empire. It was a Kabukicho in Shinjuku. Okay. Oh, well, thanks, Chris. Could I trade them? Oh, I don't think anybody wants you. I mean, nobody. It doesn't. There's only two. There's only two comic stores that really carry American comics. They're just not big over there. Understandably, why would they be? I mean, you know, we already talked about the art styles in Japan versus America. My top find of the trip. Honestly, my top find, I don't know yet. Maybe some of the Atomo stuff, but my top gets was all the art I came back with, which you only saw the Shintaro Kago. I bought an original cover from Peach. I got a couple of commissions. I bought a bunch of art, and that was the stuff I loved. And then, yeah, probably the Atomo stuff, because when it comes to manga and mangaka, he's the guy that I want to own everything I can. Yeah. My brother was going to write a book about him. I don't know what the hell happened. He got somewhere through it, but pretty interesting history in my family of that. I did not go to the Tezuka Museum. The only museum I went to, because I don't think the Tezuka Museum's in Tokyo, right? I think it's somewhere outside. My plan for next year is to do like a week traveling around the country and then do 3 weeks in Tokyo again. I did go to the Parco Museum to see the Godzilla exhibit, and that was really it for the museums. Nothing but Nightwing. I didn't get any Ganga, but I will probably get something from we'll see. I there's a couple of people I may be buying pages from via Sean. All right, Cal, appreciate you. But that is TBD. TBD. But Sean does have some stuff currently. He has some original art for sale, as you obviously know. But some of you might not. Bill, I think it's kind of under the guise of the fact that he is just a control freak, and that's why the completed works of Atomo have been staggered and delayed. And I think he just doesn't need to. Like, I think it's just him not really caring. He is very much in control of his own stuff. And so I think the guy doesn't need money, so it's not like he needs to make more by sending those books to the US for translation. Yeah, the -1 book. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite things that I bought. And I also bought, although although I have to get a different version, but this is the 3-disc collector's edition set of the Blu-ray with -1 in color and extras. But it's a different edition than the other one that was sold on the Godzilla website, and this doesn't have subtitles, which I don't care about. I bought this knowing full well that if it didn't have subtitles, I still wanted to own this package, so I'll get the other one also. I mean, should he? Should he really, Bill? Should any of us really care about white people? Was Mossy the biggest guy in the crowd? Yeah. The first night that I met up with him, which was the night I got in, I was all fucking whacked out. I didn't know where I was, and I didn't know what time it was, what day it was. And he's like, just take this, let's meet at Nakano Broadway. And so I finally got to Nakano Broadway, and I'm like, I don't know where the fuck he is. So I just look, and he texts me. He's like, "Oh, I'm coming in the front." And I just saw the top of his head. I'm like, I'm so glad you were that tall, because that's the only way I would have seen you. Yeah, there are some tall people in that I saw. I couldn't tell you that I saw too many tall Japanese people, but I did see some tall people. But yeah, that's something that they talk about in the world. You'll have to save that for me. Yeah, I think 2.5 hours on a live stream after being home for only 2-ish days. I think I did pretty good here. So I think we're gonna close it out. What was unexpectedly expensive? Records. Records were expensive. Very expensive, honestly. I was surprised. That's why one of the reasons why I didn't even keep looking, because I was just like, yeah, there's no point, But there are deals to be had, I'm sure. Thanks, Sam. All right, everybody. Yeah. Please check out the podcast, subscribe, like this video, help the algorithm, help me get to 5,000 subscribers and beyond. Gonna have a video this weekend for everybody, and tons of video content coming. I will give everybody. Yes, yeah, I went to 2 of the Tower Records. That's where I got the Godzilla DVD. Was at Tower Records. Thank you, Dow. I'll give everybody super notice when I decide what I'm going to do for the next sale, whether it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Saturday. I'll figure it out. I'll give everybody notice. So keep your eyes peeled to the socials or the community tab here on YouTube, which is where I post anything like that. Marco, I appreciate you, man. And podcast coming back at the beginning of the year. I recorded a bunch of stuff in Japan for the podcast too. So you'll be hearing about this trip in depth for the next month and a half with tons of video and tons of cool stuff, especially with Sean. So don't forget to subscribe to Japan Book Hunter on Instagram, on YouTube, and check out his website. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope everybody, has a great rest of your week. Yeah, you never know. I might pop up on a live stream sometime this weekend if I get the itch. So we'll see, but I'll give everybody advance notice when I'm doing the sales. Thank you. Appreciate you, Carlos. Congrats on that again. Derek, appreciate you. My friends, we'll close out and matane.
West Coast Avengers. West Coast Avengers.
There's only one mantra that you all need to know. That's that one over there. See Todd, bye Todd.